Every night for 3 months, she was the only person who made him feel human again. He didn't know her real name. She went by Ray online. They met in a late-night writing forum, arguing over whether vulnerability made a story stronger or weaker. She said stronger. He said it was a liability. They fought for 2 hours straight. Then he came back the next night to fight some more. It became their thing. Sharp words wrapped around something neither of them would name. She challenged every opinion he held. He found himself refreshing his messages like breathing had become optional. "You argue like someone who's afraid to be wrong," she typed one night. He stared at the screen. His jaw tightened. "You argue like someone who needs to win to feel worthy," he typed back. 3 seconds of silence. Then, "Okay, that one landed." He almost smiled. Almost. What he didn't know was that 40 minutes across the city, Mara Voss was closing her laptop and pressing her fingers against her sternum like she was trying to hold something in, because Ray was a nickname her brother gave her, and the boy she'd been pouring her darkest thoughts into every single night was Lucas Hale, her academic rival, the one person she'd spent 2 years resenting for taking everything she worked for. The scholarship, the editorial position, the constant, effortless victory. She knew his username. She figured it out in week 2, and she should have stopped. She didn't stop. Because online, without the performance of their rivalry, Lucas Hale was brilliant, wounded, unexpectedly tender in the spaces between arguments, and it terrified her more than losing ever had. Then came the night the forum hosted an in-person meetup. She walked in wearing a yellow jacket, heart slamming against her ribs. He was standing by the window with his back to her, holding a coffee cup like it was the only anchor he had left. She almost turned around. Then he turned first. The moment stretched, pulled, snapped. "Mara," his voice was low, careful, like the what was made of glass. "Lucas," hers barely existed. Neither of them moved. The entire room blurred at the edges. "You knew," he said. Not an accusation, something rawer than that. "Week 2, she whispered. Something shifted in his expression, something she had never seen in 2 years of watching him win. It looked like relief. It looked like falling. He crossed the room in 3 steps, stopped close enough that she could feel the warmth radiating off his jacket. "Then you stayed," he said softly. She looked up at him. "So did you." And the rivalry, finally, beautifully, ended.